Hi, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Clarity. My name is Tori Palmer, and I am one of the primary therapists here at the Gainesville location of Clarity Counseling. Today, I'm going to be rounding out our series called Vibe Changes, where we've been exploring concrete ways to help us when we're in a distressed state of mind. Today, I'm going to be exploring a skill from DBT's distress tolerance module called ACCEPTS. ACCEPTS is an acronym that helps us cope through when we are not okay and finding skills and ways to help us cope in the immediate time period. ACCEPT stands for activities, contributing, comparison, emotions, push away, thoughts, and sensations. These techniques exist to help make our distressing emotions more manageable. So the A, like I said, stands for activities, and this would be where we'd want to engage in any healthy activity that would help keep our mind off of the negative emotions we're experiencing. So this could be, taking a mindful walk, watching a really good movie, maybe even FaceTiming a friend, right? Any of those activities that we would like to do to keep our brain off of the negative state. C stands for contributing. And this means we want to be doing something for someone else. It could be doing a chore like dishes, maybe laundry, helping out your mom with making dinner, potentially making cookies for someone else. It would be doing something for someone else in a caring way. And we find that that actually helps boost our mood and distract us from our own negative thoughts. The next letter is C, and this stands for comparison. This is a skill that helps us put our event into perspective, comparing our current situation or our distressed state of mind, and think about a time where maybe we were coping with an even more difficult situation and thinking about how did we get through that. Some even find it helpful to put it in perspective, their event or crisis state with someone who's living in a third world country, right? And this can be very helpful to help make sure we're putting it in perspective. The next letter is E, which stands for emotion. And this is where we'd want to invoke the opposite emotion of what we're currently feeling. So, for example, this could be, if you were feeling really depressed, you watch a funny YouTube video or a funny TikTok or a funny comedy show on Netflix, right? To invoke that opposite emotion. So, the next letter, which is P, stands for pushing away. Now, this is a great skill if you aren't able to deal with the current emotional state. We would gently want to push it away until we're currently ready. So this would be like I think about it, putting, a negative thought or this crisis event you might be experiencing and putting it in a jar and then putting it on the shelf, this metaphoric shelf. You could even write it down if you wanted to, if you like to be more visual like myself. And then maybe it would be helpful for you to set an alarm of like, maybe I'll come back to this thought or come back to this event in an hour, 2 hours. But right now, I can't think about it. And so we put it in this jar and put it on the shelf and let it sit. We'll come back to it, but right now it's too much. So that would be pushing away. The next letter is T, and that stands for thoughts. This is where we would want to distract our brain with any cognitive tasks that would force us to kind of use that part of our brain. So this would be like puzzles or counting backwards from 5 or, completing a really complex riddle or Sudoku book, anything that would get us thinking in a different way would be a great coping skill. And finally, we have S, and that stands for sensations. And this is where we would want to practice some of those self-soothing behaviors, such as taking a nice warm bubble bath or enjoying your favorite food, or even, lighting some beautiful smelling candles, anything that would engage our 5 senses. And that is it, my friends. Those are the skills that can help you manage distressing emotions when you're not able to process it right now, but you're just trying to get through the moment. I hope that you've enjoyed our time together in our 5 minutes of clarity, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.